Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Thomas Jefferson said, "If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done." Benjamin Franklin said, "Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning." Basically, get off your duff, get to working, you've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got to do what it takes to get them. Like, subscribe, comment, show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy, folks. This is Paul, Redneck Thinker. I've got a confusing one for you. This woman who was in charge of the Chicago school district, their food orders, her last name's Liddell. She was able to steal $1.5 million by buying chicken wings from the school district. This food was meant to be used for take-home meals for students who were learning remotely during COVID-19 pandemic. And she was able to steal all of these while working for a public school district. People wonder why our kids are having a hard time getting decent meals at schools. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. This is the reason why. Here's your sign. Okay, so this started in July of 2020. Though she was keeping the food, mind you, during all this time. But she ended up ordering 11,000 cases of chicken wings. This was $1.5 million, 11,000 cases. That's a lot of chicken wings. According to WGN, the massive fraud began at the height of COVID during the time when students were not allowed to be physically present at school, said a prosecutor during a bond hearing. Even though the children were learning remotely, the school district continued to provide meals for the students that their families could pick up. So, this is during COVID, so this is basically another one of the COVID frauds. And this woman who is in a position of authority, a government employee that is supposed to be helping children, is harming them. Because you know as well as I do that they're now going to have to cut back, that they were having to make cutbacks because of all of this money being budgeted. Actually, they were going over budget, no duh. And it took until now for her to be found out. Liddell's theft was discovered after the district's food service department exceeded its annual budget by $300,000 mid-year. $1.5 million is what this woman stole. And we wonder what's going on with public education when you have people like this. What are we supposed to do about this? I mean, these are people that are put in trust. They're supposed to be helping our children. And people wonder why so many people are going with all of these private schools and these charter schools. It's because public schools have lost trust. They're having stuff like this happen, and it's ending up hurting our kids. Now look, I am well aware that school systems have to adapt to the modern day. Well aware of that. I want kids to have some of the best learning experiences in the world. But when school districts are used to fund fraud, which this was, that means that the tax dollars going into them could have gone to much better things. How was it that this is 2024? How was it that this is just now being found out? August 9th. Today's the 12th that I'm recording this. It's going to go out a couple of days from now. This woman has been dealing with this for almost 4 years. How much could this money have been used to help? How many of these kids in Cook County, up around Chicago, in Harvey School District, how much better could these kids have been if they had not had this money taken from them? The taxpayers are now going to have to deal with the fact that all this time they've had all this money, because this woman's never going to be able to pay it back, no matter how much they want to get her to pay it back. This woman took from these kids. She's 68 years old. She took from these kids and never going to be able to pay it back. I mean, chicken wings probably already eaten. Our education system is screwed over because of this. Now, I don't care one iota about what these kids look like. They've got good schools. So these kids have a chance. Not with examples like this. It just, people need to think about this when they're thinking about their public school system, whether it's better to homeschool, whether it's better to send their kids to charter schools like Betsy DeVos's charter school that allows kids to get pilot's license as school curriculum and learning how to do engineering as school curriculum. But you've got a public school system that hires people that commits $1.5 million in fraud. And think about that now. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.